It's the final of the Six Kings Slam, and it is the two young guns, Carlos Alcaraz versus Jannik Sinner, and the big treat as well, the third place playoff. It's Djokovic versus Nadal for the last time. This is the preview. Let's go through it. And before we go anywhere, make sure you've hit a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's get stuck into it. The semi-finals, they didn't disappoint, and we'll start off with Nadal versus Alcaraz. Alcaraz got him out of there 6-3, 6-3 to join Jannik Sinner in the final of the Six Kings Slam. It was the result that we did think was going to happen. I mean, ultimately, it was the final that we thought was going to happen as well. Part of me feels like this has all been teeing up for a Sinner-Alcaraz final and a Djokovic-Nadal final ever singles match. This is just the way that they sort of planned it out. I mean, I'm not mad at it, though. It is the match on both accounts that we wanted. So I'm not crazy about it. It's an exhibition and the fans are getting what they deserve. And Alcaraz, I mean, you can see here he was hugging Nadal on leaving the court. I mean, Nadal hasn't looked competitive for quite some time, but he's just happy to be there, I think, in this occasion. It's sort of wrapping up the career bit by bit. After losing to Alcaraz, he said it was a pleasure. Carlos was too good. He's playing fantastic the last few years, being better and better. I tried. I haven't been competitive since a couple of months ago. It was a good performance. It wasn't enough to play against an animal like him. It was a positive moment for me. I'm very happy. So there you go. And Carlos Alcaraz, I mean, levels above the athleticism, I would say, of Rafael Nadal right now. But you cannot deny what Rafael Nadal has done in the sport. He is a legend and he will never be forgotten. And I think it's only fitting we get to see him in this Six Kings Slam playing against some of the greats as well, of old and new. And Carlos came out and spoke about playing Rafa. He said it was a privilege to play against Rafa one last time. Once again, thank you for your legacy and for being an inspiration to all of us. See you very soon in Malaga, but this time both wearing the colours of Spain. Look at that, and you can see them there, pictures just before they went into their match. I mean, playing together, that is a sort of a dream for Carlos Alcaraz, and I'm sure there's no better person for Rafael Nadal. If he's going to hope to lift the Davis Cup, he needs Carlos Alcaraz on his side as well. So the best of luck for them. I mean, I'll be rooting for him. I'm not going to lie. If there's anything I would wish for is Rafael Nadal to have a massive send-off in his last ever tournament. At the Six Kings, there was Nadal gifting his racket to Brazilian footballer Neymar, and Neymar presented Alcaraz with his shoes after the Six Kings Slam semi-final. You can see here picture of Alcaraz with Neymar, and there you go. Neymar looking very happy there to get a racket off of Rafael Nadal. Must be a big fan. Well, and we move over to the other semi-final, which was really competitive, this one. I mean, I think we thought it was going to be. They played quite a competitive first set in Shanghai. Sinner beats Djokovic again, though. I always thought in my mind, and I know people were going to say, oh, that's all hindsight. I thought this was going to be a close one. I thought that Sinner would win in 3 sets. But I just thought this is always just teeing up for the Nadal-Djokovic match. I think everybody wants to see Alcaraz versus Sinner, and everybody definitely wants to see one more Djokovic versus Nadal. Even if it's not competitive, we want the spectacle. We want those two great legends on the court together one more time. And I'm sort of just happy the Saudis are putting it together, to be honest. Obviously, Djokovic lost. It was a really good performance and just got pipped at the post by Jannik Sinner, who's just too consistent. It was 6-2, 6-7, 6-4, and he reached the final. beats Djokovic yet again. Djokovic, I don't think he's going to be that mad about it, to be honest. This late in his career, there's no meaning behind this other than money, and he's got enough of that in abundance. And Jannik Sinner came out and said, wonderful to be here, awesome people and support. It's been incredible. Looking forward to Saturday, where he will be facing Carlos Alcaraz for the $6 million match. It's pretty crazy that is what's going to be happening. And in that final, Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz, this is their head-to-head. Carlos leads the head-to-head 6-4. He's won all three of their meetings this year. Their last meeting was in Beijing a few weeks ago. He did not disappoint. Jannik won the Australian Open and US Open and has won more matches and more titles than any man on tour. Beat Djokovic for a fourth consecutive time. Carlos has won Roland Garros, Wimbledon, the Olympic silver medal. Took out Rafael Nadal. He's just gotten the better of Jannik recently. There have been some really tight matches, and he's found that extra edge in big moments. The rivalry that's shaping the future. Two outstanding players in their own right. Who will be the victor in that one? We'll come to the predictions right at the end of this video. But stick with me, because I'm just going to have a little look at this one, because this one, ultimately, for me, is bigger. I mean, if it's not bigger in competition, but it's bigger in name. Nadal, Djokovic, this will be the 61st meeting between the two of them. There's Nadal, there's Djokovic. I mean, at this point in their career, I don't think it even matters who wins. It's just nice to see them getting to go at it one more time. And like Djokovic was saying only recently, part of me left with them reflecting on Nadal's retirement, and also speaking probably about Roger Federer as well, because he was saying it took me 3 years to win my second Grand Slam when I was number 3 in the world for those 3 years. I was also number 2 in 2009, and I was playing at a very high level, but I couldn't get to win Grand Slams because of those two. They dominated everything. I didn't have the formula to beat them. I was able to win 1 or 2 matches against them, but not the important ones. Those 3 years were crucial for my development. They made me hungrier to win, especially against them. I knew that if I could find a way to be like those guys in big matches, and I knew a lot of that came from in here, in the mind. I could somehow figure out the Grand Slams and start winning more. And that's what happened. And there you can see, pointing to the mind. And this one, just a nice one from Rafael Nadal, just talking about having baby Rafa there at the Six Kings. They're saying it must be nice to have baby Rafa here with your wife and family. He thinks you're great whether you win or lose. He was jumping up and down like crazy. Rafa said, well, I don't think I'm great. Since he arrived to the world, I lost more than I won. At the same time, having him here helps all the tough moments that I've been through the last couple of years. He behaves very well, even when it's late. I'm happy. There you go. And even Alcaraz having a bit of a laugh at that one too. This match, we know the head-to-head. It's 31-29 in favour of Djokovic. I know this is an exhibition, but we still got to look at the head-to-head, because these two are just massive legends. How do we see this one going? I think I'm gonna have to go to this one first, as we are on it. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I really want it to be a close match. I really want Nadal to test Djokovic. I know Djokovic fans are going to be like, what? Why would you want Nadal in their last ever meeting to actually do something against Novak Djokovic? But there is part of me that I don't want to see him whimper out of his career. I want to see Nadal with some fight, and I would love to see 3 sets between these two. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. I mean, he's just gone 3 sets with Jannik Sinner. He's just been to a final of a Masters, Novak Djokovic, and this is leaps and bounds above where Rafael Nadal is right now. I'm going to say Rafa gets to a tie-break in the first set, but Djokovic takes it, and then I think he takes the second set as well. I'm going to go with a 6-4. Djokovic in straight sets, but a close straight sets, and Rafa gives him his money's worth, gives the crowd their money's worth as well, and everybody goes away fairly happy, and baby Rafa jumping up and down no matter what. But let's go to the other one as well. This one is the actual one for the $6 million, the biggest prize in tennis. How do I see it going? I mean, Alcaraz has beaten him 3 times this year. He has looked very good against Jannik Sinner, but there is something about Jannik Sinner at the moment. Does look a little bit untouchable, but has he played too much tennis? Is exhibition tennis a bit more up Carlos Alcaraz's street as well? Bit more showboating? I'm going to go with him to continue the run. I'm changing on a sixpence here. I was thinking Sinner coming in. I'm going Carlos Alcaraz to win the Six Kings Slam. He becomes the king in 3 sets. That's my prediction. Tell me your predictions in that comment section below. I want to hear all of your thoughts. Do you think Jannik's going to turn him over, or do you think Carlos makes it 4-0 in 2024? And do you think Nadal can cause the upset and beat Novak Djokovic in their last ever singles match? I want to know your thoughts. So pop them in the comment section, hit a like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.